VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. 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 Basta all hits, all Pinoy. Kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio. 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 VA1 Radio, VA1 Radio.
This is V81 Radio Worldwide. Almighty God, grant us the courage of Jesus Christ, your Son, to face the coronavirus pandemic with trust, strength, compassion, and resiliency. Give us the grace of the Holy Spirit to free us from fear and anxiety, so we may do actions of help and support and look forward to our healing with hope. We pray for the health workers, food liners, maintenance cleaners, logistics abler, government leaders, and volunteers who continuously come together to deliver our daily needs to survive. Guide us from this time of crisis. Preserve us in peace. Protect the weak and vulnerable, and those who serve the society during this pandemic. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name, our Savior. Amen. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide, the future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. Ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh,
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. Dahil mahal namin kayo. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Narito na ang programang tutulong sa mga startups sa Pilipinas. Startup Nation. Magbibigay ng mga patnubay at gabay at magsisilbing tulay sa mga importanteng tao para ang isang startup ay magtagumpay. Startup Nation. Pinangungunahan ng mga taong puno ng karanasan sa mundo ng startup, akademya at negosyo. Winner P at Dr. D at ang muka at boses ng mga millennials, si Carmillennials. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Tuwing linggo, 10 a.m. Philippine Time. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, mga partners na nakikinig sa amin globally, mga startups. Hello po, good morning. Ito po uli ang Startup Nation. Kamusta po kayo, mga partners? Ayan. So today po, ipag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa operations, no? Marami po kayong mapupulot na mga aral ulit at susuportahan po ako syempre ng aking mga partners na kasama diyan. Dr. D, nandiyan na ba si Dr. D?
Hi,
Ayan.
good morning to everyone.
Dr. D, good morning. Kamusta ka,
Oo,
partner?
okay naman. Ito, I'd like to
Oo.
greet everyone. Happy Father's Day and
Yes.
also the winner bee. Today is
Happy Father's
indeed
Day.
an important celebration, no, for families. And buti na lang, meron na daw partner mga restaurants na nag-30% dine-in.
Ay,
So,
good.
I'm grateful kasi at least kahit
Oo.
Father's Day, yung mga guests natin, napagbigyan tayo. Di ba,
Oo,
partner?
alam mo partner, no, Dr. D, ang sabi ng mga kaibigan ko may restaurants, Father's Day talaga yung highest sales nila in a year. It's higher even than Christmas Day and other feasts na dumadaan sa isang taon. Father's Day talaga yung pinakamaraming kumakain sa mga restaurants. Yan ang sinabi ng mga kaibigan ko may restaurant.
Oh,
Alright.
napakaganda.
Oo. Oo. Oh, si Chris Taker, is she there already? Nandiyan na ba si Chris Taker?
Yes,
Ayun.
hello!
Hello,
Magandang
Chris
umaga.
Taker.
Hey,
Magandang
everyone.
umaga.
Hi.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day to your
Father's Day
father.
to you.
Yes. Yes.
And happy Father's Day to all of our fathers. Happy Father's Day to your father, Dr. D. And
Oo.
to everyone
Thank you.
out there.
Yeah.
My father is in heaven. He passed
Yeah,
away last year,
nga
but
pala.
happy Father's Day to
Yes,
him
happy
looking
Father's Day in
down on
heaven.
us from above. And
Oo.
also to everyone out there who have fathers in heaven or who have father figures. God bless you all, and it's an honor to be here on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome again. This is your second episode, Chris Taker. So I hope you're enjoying the show.
Absolutely. I really believe that this show is absolutely making a difference in our communities at home and abroad. And it's
Yes.
incredible to be a part of this. I'm a former Miss Philippines Earth candidate right now, a Miss
Mhm.
Universe Philippines candidate, but
Mhm.
before I actually won the Best Advocacy Award for my
Oh.
hashtag Mothers for Mother Earth. So I worked with Indigenous mothers to create their own startups around
Wow.
sustainable, eco-friendly
Oh.
businesses. As someone I'm not a mother, but I'm actually of an indigenous tribe here, of the Agda Tabangnon tribe. So it
Wow.
was phenomenal to work with our
Mm.
mothers from Pilar, Sorsogon, and teach
Mhm.
how to make charcoal from coconut husks instead of hundreds of
Oh,
breathing trees. So it's more
that's
efficient
interesting,
and
That's interesting.
yeah,
Mm. Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Great to be a part of
So,
this.
yeah. And this can also be counted to your list of advocacies, because
Yeah,
this show is
definitely.
also an advocacy show.
Mhm.
So it can be counted sa sa mga ginagawa mo, Chris Taker, na napakaraming advocacies, no? Parehas kayo ni Dr. D actually eh. Parehas kayong ma-advocacy din, ano? Si Dr. D,
Mm.
marami ring mga advocacies yan sa buhay, no?
And
Yan.
Winner B, importante to kasi ngayon sa startups, no, it's important that part of the end in mind or the vision mission also includes communities. Sustainability
Yes.
is key nowadays. Hindi lang yung basta-basta negosyo. So,
Yeah.
congrats to you, Chris Taker. Or Chris
Oo.
Taker, rather.
Thank you.
Oo.
Thank you, Dr. D.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Oo.
Winnie
And I hope kapag ka natapos ng ating lockdown matuluy na ang inyong mga coronation night, no? Sa inyong pageant,
Yes,
no? I heard na postpone
mhm.
yata ang Miss Universe Philippines, tama ba?
It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
postponed, but it
Mm.
is going to push through on
Wow.
October 25th. So
Oh
I
my.
think in compliance with the law, we're not going to have an audience, but it will be pay-per-view. So I can't wait to see you all tune
Yeah,
in
yeah.
to
We'll be
us as we
supporting
compete
you.
in
Don't
the.
worry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Laban,
So,
laban na.
partners, we have our student co-host for today's episode. Dr. D, baka pwede mo na siyang introduce para mapakilala na sa audience natin?
Oo, alam naman ng lahat, no, na every episode we feature a student co-host from a particular school. Diba? Para we get views from different schools and their learnings, and they could also represent the millennials in being able to ask questions sa mga guests natin. So I'd like to call on Ms. Christine Agua from the Pamantasang Lungsod ng Maynila.
Hello, Christine.
So hi, Christine.
Ayan.
Hello po. Good morning.
Umaga sa'yo.
Millennial na millennial.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day po sa inyong mga
thank you.
And sa mami ko na single mom, Happy Father's Day.
Oo, mga single moms, no?
Opo,
Happy
hindi lang
Father's
mga
Day
fathers,
sa
kundi
inyo.
pati yung mga single mom natin dyan. Happy Father's Day po. Bilang mommy and daddy.
Yes.
Ayan, hello.
How young are you, Christine? You look so young talaga.
Grabe, hindi na. 22 na po ako.
Nice.
Pala.
Bata still.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alam nyo partners, itong mga estudyante ng PLM, matatalino to eh. Talagang pinili ng the City of Manila, no? Lahat sila doon scholar eh. 'Di ba?
Opo.
Tama ba ako, Christine? Di ba?
Yes, ayan. Dati po, parang mga students of Manila lang yung free ang tuition. Pero nung free education for LGUs, kasama na rin po kami. Kasi kapag outside Manila ka, syempre hindi naman Manila taxpayer yung parents mo, so magbabayad ka pa rin ng tuition. Pero minimal lang naman. Pero ngayon po free na rin kami. Ayan.
Nice.
Thank you po pala sa government ng Manila for the free tuition.
Oo. Si Yorme, no? Napakagaling. No?
Opo, sobra. And to add din po pala, meron din po palang allowance yung mga students ng PLM.
And you know partners, one thing I like about PLM students, though magagaling sila, matatalino, they're very humble, no? I've hired a lot of PLM graduates before, and you can see the difference pagkagaling talaga PLM. I'm really impressed with the humility and simplicity ng mga tao from PLM, and magagaling sila. They're all street smart, no? So ayan. So welcome to the show, Christine. And I hope you learn a lot from this episode today. And future, kapag may sarili ka ng business or, nag-work ka na using your profession. Christine is an accountancy major, partners. Saktong-sakto sa episode natin today. Di ba? Dahil ang accountancy, importante yan sa buhay ng mga entrepreneurs. No? Our episode today is about operations. So when you're done with all the paperworks, preparations, everything about your business, you're about to operate na. Ano ba yung mga kailangan mong gawin, i-prepare at i-plan, no? Hindi naman pwede na basta na lang tayo sabak sa ating mga negosyo. Gaya nga ng mga sinasabi natin sa previous episodes. Lahat ng mga bagay ay dapat plano para ma-eliminate, no, o mabawasan yung mga risky moves ng mga startups, dahil lang normally itong mga startups, alam naman natin mga aggressive yan, passionate yan, no? So kami po sa Startup Nation, binibigyan namin kayo ng second thoughts, no? Before you do something, at least by listening to us, meron kayong mga napupulot na mga tips, no? Mali pala yan. Hindi pala dapat yan. Mayroon na palang nagkamali because of doing so. So parang may mga guides po kaming tinuturo dito sa bawat episode natin, no? Partners, just to brief yung mga kakapanood lang po ng show namin today, ang Startup Nation po ay bigay ng mga kaalaman o mga karanasan at ibang cycle ng buhay ng pagiging startup. So we started our show with the status of the Filipino startups today. So that was our first episode, and our second episode was all about ideation, no? Kung paano yung process ng mga ideas para sa inyong negosyo, and search, paano mo i-validate whether your idea is viable or feasible versus your target market. And of course, kung meron ka ng idea, nagka-research and prove mo na step is prototyping, no? So gagawa ka na ng prototype of your idea, and then para makita mo, no, yung 360 degrees view whether your idea is okay or not, or baka meron pa siya mga konting mga rooms for improvement, 'di ba, na sinasabi natin. And then after the prototyping, nagkaroon tayo ng special episode on the new normal, no? Ayan, no. So we had a break because of the quarantine. Oo, medyo matagal din tayo nawala, no? Mga 2 buwan. But when we came back, we had an episode about the new normal. Paano natin i-adapt yung mga startups natin sa tinatawag nating today na new normal. Dahil whether we like it or not, nagbago po talaga lahat ang buhay natin, lalo na yung mga negosyante.
Yes.
No? Maraming mga pagbabago sa ating, especially sa operations side. Ayan. So, after the episode on the new normal, we went back to the life cycle of startup. Now, may prototype ka na, kailangan mo na ng pera. So we talked about fundraising, 'di ba? So yung fundraising naman, diniscuss natin ano-ano yung mga and means, no, na pwede ning gawin ng isang, pag-usapan natin diyan yung angel investment, no, na marami tayong napulot na kaalaman about angel investment. Napakagandang episode noon. And then after the fundraising, may pera ka na, diniscuss natin yung business registration and back office services naman. Kasi mga legalities Kasi silang gawin yung negosyo So game na kagad, ano? But hindi nga tama yun. Kailangan, kasi meron tayong batas na sinusunod. So kailangan meron tayong kumbaga legal existence by registration, no, ng mga business natin. So hindi ho pwede na mag-business tayo nang hindi tayo nagpapa-register. Okay? So diniscuss din natin yung back office, yung sinatawag natin bookkeeping, ayan. So saka mga administration side ng ating business, kung saan tayo kailangan mag-comply sa kagaya ng mga agencies like BIR, 'di ba? The local government units. Ayan. So lahat po 'yan na pag-usapan natin in the past. At so mga partners, today ang pag-uusapan naman natin ay operations na. Yan. Medyo ito yung madugo kasi ito na yung heart mismo ng business natin, di ba? Kung puro ka planning lang, walang operations, you will not make money. Di ba? So ito na yung tinatawag nating kumbaga test of the plans, no? Whether your plans will work or not, di ba? Ayan. So, marami tayong mapupulot dito, mga partners. Sa mga nakikinig po sa amin globally, gusto ko po kayong magtanong. Kung meron po kayong tanong, napakagaling po natin today. At mga sanay talaga sila sa operations, no? Pag-uusapan po natin ang kanilang mga experiences, mga kaalaman tungkol sa operations. Especially today na partner. Alam mo yan, Dr. D, no? Marami mga nagsara, na-mention mo kanina yung mga restaurants na 30% lang ang allowed, no? Some restaurants are 50% allowed dine-in. Napaka hirap po noon, ano? Na adjustment sa mga operations. Ayan. Alright. So, before we proceed, partners, let me just mention our sponsors, of course. Pasalamatan natin ang Snowrific Milk Tea. Thank you. And Mr. Fluffy, the Cotton Candy Company. And Mr. Geek, your web mobile and innovations company. Kapag ka may mga website and mobile app development needs or requirements kayo, just contact me. All right. So, excited na ba kayo to listen to our first guest partners?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Oo. Ayan, I just want to say hi to Caroli, our program head in V81 Radio. Hello, happy Father's Day, Caroli. Thank you for greeting me. Also si Jerilyn Sanchez. Happy watching to us, Jerilyn Sanchez and si Jasolano. All right. All right. So, partners, before we to our special guest, no, our industry expert, we'll have a short break. Okay? Magbe-break muna tayo panandalian at magbabalik po ang Startup Nation. Huwag kayong Startup Nation, nowhere to go
Nowhere to
but
go.
up.
But up.
Magbabalik ang Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Nowhere to go but up. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din, ready to assist, so you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, Pinoy e-commerce, made for you. After this pandemic, let's support the Filipino community. Buy local, visit local, go local. Kabayan, naho-homesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang Tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all-hits, all-Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Balikan na natin ang Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Nowhere to go but up. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Nagbabalik po ang Startup Nation. Kamusta kayo mga partners? Shoutout sa lahat po ng mga startup na nakikinig sa amin globally. Kasama ko pa rin po si Dr. D, si Chris Tager, and si Christine, our student co-host from Pamantasan, Lungsod ng Maynila. Ako po uli si Winner B, at ito po ang Startup Nation. Ayan, magandang umaga po. Happy Father's Day ulit sa lahat po ng mga magigiting nating tatay sa buong mundo. At ngayon po ay June 21 at nasa ikatlong buwan na po tayo ng quarantine, ano? So magandang pag-usapan po natin talaga kung ano ang mga dapat gawing plano o paghahanda sa pag-operate ng inyong startup, no? Especially ngayon na nagbago na ang ating normal na tinatawag na normal ways of life. Meron na tayong bagong tawag na new normal. Paano nga ba magsusurvive ang mga startup in terms of operations? Ayan. Dr. D, excited na kami. Pakilala mo na ang ating guest, please.
All right. So, our industry expert is a trained chemist with a deep passion for growing businesses. He has been driving business growth in the FMCG and telco companies by leveraging on technology and the growing internet industry. So, timing, no? Kasi important ngayon ang technology during the new normal. So, he introduced or launched Mr. Speedy Philippines, the country's fastest growing delivery app since 2017. Now, as a part of Oyo Hotels, he's leading the way in reviving the hospitality industry through technology and operational innovation. So, importante ang innovation ngayon, especially during the new normal again. I would like to introduce Mr. Jason Gaguan, hub head of Oyo Hotels. Take it away, Jason.
Hey,
Welcome.
hello.
Hi.
How are you guys? Yeah. So
Doing good.
Welcome, Jason.
good morning. Good morning. Hi. Hi.
Good morning.
I actually don't know what to do. Should I start now with my presentation?
Actually, yes, we are all excited to hear about it. Oh.
Sorry, I'm not really used to these things. No. Thank you for inviting me here. This is quite awesome.
Thank you, Jason, for accepting our invitation, and I believe marami tayong may inspire na startups because of
Let's
you.
see. Anyway, so can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So right now I'm gonna discuss a story. Now I'm gonna tell a story of how Oyo weathered this pandemic. Because right now, even though you're starting business or already a business that's already been running for a long time, this pandemic really drove like a rebirth, no, of all the companies, no. And even though you're a startup or a big one or small one or a really old company, everyone needs to move and evolve and pivot in this time. And given that, no, I want to tell the story of Oyo, at least the first 3 chapters or the start, no, because we're still far from over. And I hope this could also relate to other companies, no, and other startups. I'm going to discuss resiliency and resilience, no. Resiliency is something that is thrown around for Filipinos for a very long time, no? Because we can adapt with different catastrophes, baha, bagyo, lindol, no, even Mount what's this? Ano yung sumabog recently sa Tagaytay? Yeah,
Taal.
that
Not-
Taal,
Volcano.
right? Taal.
Yeah.
So all these things happening to us, and then we still survive that, no? And then we're called resilient, no? And there's also another term, no? Resilience. It's also used in operations, no? The meaning of that is the ability for your operations or for your business to adapt for change. Okay. Let me discuss further. Wait, it's not moving. Oh, wait. It's not moving. Wait. Okay, so yeah. So the first 3 chapters is, well, shock, look, and listen. I'm not really that creative, so forgive me, but I love to make puns, no. Shock, look, and listen, pivot to survive, and thriving forward. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Shock, look, and listen. The concept that I want to first discuss is the eternal battle of resiliency and efficiency. So, resiliency is the ability, no, to adapt to different circumstances, no. But the problem with that is it is inversely proportional to efficiency. What do I mean, no? If you are a company, you want to be efficient enough so that there's no waste. Meaning, you have a single supplier, no? Ensuring that you only have one supplier para hindi ka na kumukuha sa iba't ibang mga suppliers. It lessens the cost of logistics. It lessens the cost of manpower also because you only have one supplier. Also, an efficient business also has a targeted market. No, they do not spend marketing to all the people. Instead, they target to one market. That's an efficient market. No, so and I think startups specifically try to be very efficient because cost is very important. No, but the thing is, by being more efficient, you become less resilient. Meaning, because you only focus on one market, what if the market dies? What if the market changes? Or you have one supplier, what if that supplier closed, for example? For example, your supplier is in Taiwan or in China, and then suddenly, because of the pandemic, it closed. Where would you get now your supply? So this is the things. No? I don't know how to explain it more. I think, for example, you're in this pandemic and you're quite lonely, right? You're a single guy lonely in this pandemic, so you started sliding DMs. Started sliding DMs to 10 women, for example. You try to know them, no? You message them, and you develop a certain rapport with these 10 women. But because you're not an asshole, your goal is to really focus on one person, no? So there's this one person that you suddenly, oh, this is a nice girl, I want to talk to her more, no? So you want to be more efficient rather than spending a lot of time messaging 10 different women. No, you put all your efforts and energies and all your selfies to one woman. And then you start ghosting the other 9. No, I'm just joking. Ghosting's bad. But the thing is, now from a person talking to 10 people, which is very inefficient, you started to become more efficient because now you're putting all your energies into talking to one woman. Okay, that's all good, no? That's all good. That's all fine. But the problem is, what if this woman started ghosting you, or suddenly this woman is a catfish, no? So now you're lost with no backup, no? And then that is the issue right now with companies. We try our best to be very efficient, but we are quite not adapted to change. Anyway, so I'll give a very quick background of what Oyo does. Oyo is a global hotel chain. We are the second largest in the world, number 1 in the Philippines, biggest in the Philippines. And then we acquire hotels, no? To give you an example, we acquire hotels, local small hotels, and then we partner with them and then envelope them into the Oyo brand. And then by doing that, no, we improve their technology. We ensure that they're always sold online in the best way possible. We control their pricing so that they would get the best revenue possible. We do the marketing for them. All in the internet, we fix their operations also with people on ground to teach them how to do operations and all these things. No? So it's quite a good proposition, especially in the Philippines with a very, very growing hospitality segment. No? So everything was good for Oyo. No? We're growing very fast, quite good. Then suddenly, the masks came, no? And it was not a good sight. No? Everyone was afraid. Coronavirus happened. No one saw it. For a person to say, or a business person to say that they saw this happen, the person is probably lying, because this is really a surprise. No? Everyone was caught. No? Everyone was caught surprised by this. So everything went down. No? Hotels started closing. Stock prices started going down. You see lockdowns on the streets, stopping all traffic. You see flights canceled. A lot of things that we do not know, we do not understand, we did not see happening. No? Big or small businesses or a starting business, everyone is suffering from this. No? So the problem with this, I call this a business shock. No? Things like this, we call it a business shock. The problem with this is when this happens, businesses started to have knee-jerk reactions. No? Big businesses, small businesses, the first tendency is to have a knee-jerk reaction they start playing not to lose. Instead of playing to win, businesses, because they're afraid to lose their business, they're afraid to lose capital, they're afraid to bleed money, instead of trying to win, they start playing not to lose. So they become more conservative. Our competition, Zen Rooms, Red Doors, they started closing down. Businesses started churning up, investments going out. These are knee-jerk reactions. But the problem is that I think that is not really the way to go. And the best way to do is to step back first and assess the market. We really need to avoid knee-jerk reactions based on fear and based on losing your business or bleeding money. And in our case, what we did is to step back, assess the market, and just like any startup, we went back to the main question: what is the new problem that we want to solve? So if you would see here, you would see it's an Ikagay map. So it's a map where to find what is really your calling. So what do you love? What you're good at? What can you be paid for? And the most important thing right now, at least, is what does the world need? So on the operations lens, you look at it three sides. You look at the demand shift. Is there a shift in demand? When I say demand, these are the people buying your services. So in our case, these are our guests. These are travelers. These are the people who check in our hotels. The next is the supply shift. Supply shift meaning this is where you get your products. For example, if you're a retailer of bags, then that's your supply shift would be now the seller of your bags. If, for example, you buy your bags from China, it closed down, could you shift it to another country? And in our case, in Oyo, our supply shift, when we talk about supply, we talk about the hotels that we acquire and partner with. Is there a shift? Do we see anything moving? And of course, resilience. Is our business operations, is our manpower nimble enough to accept the new changes? So looking at the problems, we see travel ban has caused zero occupancy for hotels. There are a lot of returning OFWs without a place to stay. Medical frontliners also no places to stay because there's no mass transportation. And then also we see that BPOs, BPO business is now on a standstill, which is for a long time the driver of our economy. And then, of course, the fifth one on the supply end, we see that the hotels now are afraid to operate. Our existing hotels, even the hotels that we want to acquire into Oyo, are also now afraid to operate because of this coronavirus. So that is the first thing you need to check. What are really the problems right now driving the demand shift and the supply shift? And then, so given all this, overnight, well, it's not really overnight, but took a couple of days. But we understood we took a gamble and said that, okay, the Oyo brand for leisure and comfort on the best price, that was our proposition. And that was the reason of our growth for the past 4 or 5 years into number 2 chain in the whole world. I think it's a time to shift. So we discussed this, and right now, what people need is a safe haven from COVID-19. So we quickly shifted our proposition from a place of leisure to a safe haven for COVID-19. And that affects everything, your operations on ground, your manpower, your marketing, your branding. I'll discuss more about it. So here, on the second chapter, it's pivot to survive. So the first thing you would look at, the first thing we need to understand always is operations adapt to business conditions. No, just like for example, manpower structure. The manpower structure should be nimble enough, so that it could adapt to the problems that we want to solve. No, that's also one thing na I see that maybe ano rin siya, barrier din siya for some companies, no? Even for startups na, okay, this is what we do, I don't want to change. It's already my role, I don't want to change. But in things like this, we need to always remember that business results is always the end goal. And operations is a means to that, no? And everything is a means to that. So everything should be able to adapt. In our case, we're a very strong online company. We the biggest proposition we give to local hotels is that we bring them online, we bring them to our app, we bring them the best views online. But then suddenly we lost it because no one is booking online. So it was a hard call, but we did it. No, we said, okay, let's shift our manpower from online to offline. And I'm talking about engineers here. I'm talking about architects. I'm talking about people, no, who are not really salespeople, but we really need to pivot them because we need to survive. When I say offline, meaning wala na kasing pumapasok na guests from online. So ngayon, itong mga tao na to, we have this team, we shifted them from different roles para makakuha naman tayo ng demand offline, meaning partnerships with the government, partnerships with the BPO, partnerships with frontliners, partnerships with the office of the vice president, things like this, no? So we always need to remember that we need to be nimble enough. Even our manpower should be nimble enough, and that could only happen if everyone is aligned to a business goal. No? Second is the shift to larger SKUs. No, I used SKUs. SKU meaning stock keeping unit. No, that is the product, no? And we see that in all different industries. No, in our case, we were a weekend destination, staycation. So it was like people book for 1-2 nights. No, and then we shifted to larger SKUs into 3 nights, 5 nights, and 7 nights. Why? Because our target market right now are people who need places to stay near where they work. No. And then they need longer validity or larger SKUs to stay. So that's a very big shift. No? On FMCG, you would see that yung mga tingi nila na sachet, no, they are moving away from that at least now and going into the bigger packs. Kasi yun yung mas mabenta ngayon, no? And it moves a lot sa supply chain mo, no? But those are things that we need to think, no? Is our SKU okay, or is the product that we're selling now still in line with the proposition of the market? And the third change was our quick shift from B2C to B2B. No? So this is more on branding, no? or on our proposition, how we market our product. So before we target them to individuals, to millennials going out on vacations or families, then we changed all of this. No? All of our marketing operations shifted into now targeting B2B. No? So from Facebook, we moved toward to LinkedIn. From from making events for people, we started doing cold calling to businesses. So this is another shift. No, probably right now for businesses, also one thing that we could check, because B2B is a more stable business, because these are entities that could really pay you on a regular basis. So maybe we could also check, could we shift our business from a B2C into a B2B? Or could we shift our business into a tingi-tingi, into a larger SKU? For food delivery, for example, should I shift my lunch boxes into a meal plan, for example? No? Instead of binibenta ko siya isa-isa, I would let people subscribe for it para papadalan ko sila breakfast, lunch, dinner on a monthly basis. Is that better? So these are the things, no? Larger SKUs, longer validities, offline selling. And then the fourth one is birth of the sanitized stay. So I'm going to talk about that more later. We also partnered with the government. This is something that's also very important. I think businesses, startups specifically, because we're young kids and there's a lot of toxicity in Facebook. May it be true or not, the thing is, we really need to work with the government on things like this. No? And then, surprisingly, no, the government is already really quite effective, no? Especially right now. I'm talking about DOT, OWA, these two groups, no, helping us a lot, even DOLE, because we need to scrape for everything that we can. Hindi na tayo pwedeng mamili ngayon, and we should not be afraid of bureaucracy also. No? Next is, well, we took every opportunity available, so this is just all the demand that we're getting. And then, of course, it's very important. No, maybe you be a small team or a big team. Well, this is my team though. To keep people sane at this time. No? remember that our business results are driven by people, and so it's very important to always get in touch with them, to ensure their mental health is okay. Because if your team is not working well, if your team is full of anxiety and pressure and no way to put it out, kahit gaano kaganda yung strategy mo or yung business pivot mo, it would not really work. Let's always remember to go back to the people. Okay. And then, well, it resulted quite good. These are some numbers, quite boring, but I'll go through it quickly. If you would see on the upper left side, that is the occupancy, meaning the percent occupied in a hotel. The black line is the industry line, which OYO is also included. So technically kami nagkarga niyan pataas. Dapat siguro mga nasa 3% yan, 4% kung wala kami. So, but the red one is the OYO occupancy. If you would see that it flattened out, hindi siya nagtuloy-tuloy bumaba. One of the reasons is if you would see there's a yellow line and a gray line. Yung gray line yan yung offline market, and yellow line yun yung online market. If you would see yung shift, nagpalit eh. Pumunta lahat sa offline, So this is a show that this gave us confidence. Okay, we're on the right track. We are on the right track. And then on the next one, you would see the app. Our app compared to Agoda, Booking.com, which we are also in, but they are the leading OTAs in the market. If you would see, the OYO one is the red one. We continued to grow, and that is also a result now of our change in the proposition. A change into longer validity stays or longer SKUs, bigger SKUs. And then on the third one, it's just some of our properties that in this pandemic, they got even more revenue compared to before the pandemic. Okay, so our eyes are set on the following months. So thriving forward. The thing about catastrophes like this, it ends. And one thing that we need to remember is we need to be the first one. We need to have a prime mover advantage. We call this a prime mover advantage. Pag okay na lahat, Prime mover advantage, kadalasan lumalabas yan if you're the first one in the market, wala pang may ibang produkto, But in this pandemic, lahat tayo bumalik sa zero eh. So it's very important that we start fast, start strong, and then we could gain a prime mover advantage kahit hindi talaga tayo yung una naglabas sa market niyan 10 years, 5 years ago, So anyway, so looking at the trends, I'm looking at China right now kasi sila yung pinaka naapektuhan. Well, obviously, you would see that the mid-scale economy sector of the hotel business is growing the fastest. Sila yung pinaka nagre-revive na mabilis. And that's not only in the hotel sector. You would see that in all different industries. You would see that in You would see that in food industry. You would see that also in the food subscription industry. You would also see that in the retail industry. So kaya nga biglaan si Uniqlo, bigla siya naglabas ng online store niya. And H&M din. And well, H&M, just to plug, H&M is delivered by Mr. Speedy Philippines. Anyway, so the point of this slide is to tell you that when after a pandemic, or this also happened in SARS, when SARS happened, ang unang lumalaki talaga is the mid-scale type. So if you're a luxury brand or a luxury item, of course the play here is not lowering down your price, because that will destroy your brand. What you need to do now is to create another product, a mid-scale product, probably to cater for this brand. So yan, isa rin yun sa mga maling kadalasan ginagawa. Nagmumura na lang sila bigla ng prices. That's very bad for you. Kasi matatapos din tong pandemic na to, then pag nangyari yun, bumaba na yung price range mo. So instead, create another product or put another service out there that is more bite-sized na pwedeng pumasok sa mid-scale and economy. Okay, so this is just a survey that people are very excited to go out in 2 to 3 months. And then another thing na pinakabago dito is sanitized. Very important na ngayon sa mga consumers. If you would see number 3, sanitized and disinfected rooms. Most, before, hindi siya thing. Not only in the hotel industry, kahit sa restaurant, kahit sa Uber, kahit sa Grab, wala naman nagsasabi na gusto ko malinis yung sasakyan ko or malinis yung hotel ko kasi it's already a given. Pero right now, it is something that they really want to ensure. So, I would move on to the top 3 trends. I'll just run through this. I don't know if still have time. I'm sorry. So Booking.com. So the point of this is there's an exponential growth on online booking. It's very important. Death of walk-in guests, meaning that retail or walk-in is starting to fall down now because people don't go into places randomly anymore. Everything is planned. Number two is the OTA battle to be on top. When I say OTA, online travel agencies, you always need to be on top. But for other industries, that means that you need to be online and you also need to be very visible online. No? The third is OTA websites are cleaning house. So in our industry, that's Booking.com and Agoda, they're removing the hotels that has lower ratings, no? 3 and below. What does that mean? Because they're not making money from that. And that will happen also in your Lazadas, in your Shoppees, probably not, also in Carousel actually, that there is cleaning of the house. No? It means that inaalis yung mas mababa yung ratings. Why? Because it's not profitable. It's just eating bandwidth. So ano ibig sabihin nun if you're a retailer or if you are selling online? Reviews are very important. You need to ensure that people review your work. Leave a comment. Put 5 stars or 4 stars or whatever. But it's very important to get reviews. Second is cashless payments through wallets. There is still we have very low penetration of cashless payments. Because before it was credit cards, and it was very difficult to get credit cards for a normal Filipino because of our lack of an ID system. But with the introduction of wallets, cashless payment wallets like GCash and PayMaya, then the trend now is starting to go faster. So we need to ensure that our businesses are adapted to this type of payment channels. So yeah. The third is, and I want to focus. I want to highlight this is the sanitized operations. And this could happen for hotels. This could be for restaurants. This could be for different places where people go. For products like this, or even on food that you sell online. The thing is, the number one thing that people want is no-touch operations. They want to ensure that your operations follow the DOT standards or the World Health Organization standards. And this is where the challenge happens. The challenge is, as business people, that you are cleaning, you're ensuring that your food, that your place is clean. But the problem is, do the people know that? When you get a DOT certificate or a DOH certificate saying that, yes, you're following the protocols of the pandemic, all of these are papers in your store. But the problem is people don't go to your store to buy it anymore. The point of sale has changed from the front of your store to the online markets where you sell it. And then this is now where we see also another gap. And then this is where Oyo is coming in, at least for the hotel industry. One of the things that we want to do really is to open up the sanitized stays certification program to all hotels in the Philippines. Because it's already done in India, in the UK, in China, and then it's really driving businesses very fast. Because now, on the point of sale, you have a mark saying that, hey, I follow protocols, I follow the cleanliness programs, and you are safe within me, which drives in consumer confidence. But the next question is, how do we thrive moving forward as an industry? One thing that we understand is, for Oyo to grow, hindi sapat na kami lang. So everyone should grow. So sorry, I'm gonna end with this kind of a plug. But this is also one thing that I believe in. One of my advocacies, I'm working hand in hand with DOT and DOH with this, telling all hotels, even though you're not an Oyo hotel, to reach out to us so that we can train you for sanitized stays without any pay. We'll share technology, we'll certify you online, so that on your properties online, people who will check in would see that you have the sanitized stay logo, and the consumer confidence would increase not only on an Oyo level, but on an industry level in a Philippine basis, because that's how we think we can only grow. As cheesy as may sound, grow as one. Yeah, I've talked a lot. Sorry. So yeah, that's it. That's the story.
Very nice presentation. Very nice presentation, Jason. Grabe. Ang dami namin natutunan. Yeah, ako nag-take down notes ako habang nakikinig sa iyo. Ang dami ko nasulat. Yeah. But I have to give way to our partners to ask questions. Let me start with Dr. D. Yeah.
Okay, so interestingly enough, your slide, the last slide, was actually supposedly a question. Kasi right now, we see a lot of collaboration. Kumbaga, even competitors in the industry, they collaborate. Kasi ngayon, ang kalaban na is the pandemic. Everybody has to survive. So, I go to my other question, which is hospitality operations includes yung nga, reception, entertainment of guests, diba, visitors, special events, and services for travelers. Now, your proposition or shift from online to offline, such as yung partnership nyo with the government, and interestingly enough, yung shift nyo from digital to partly traditional. You mentioned this when you said that the engineers, the architects, they're already helping in doing cold calls. No,
Awesome
that's
guys.
that's
Awesome
very
guys.
interesting, and kudos to them, diba, for learning
Yeah.
a new skill. Do you see that these changes or pivots are a temporary shift in the hospitality industry, or do you foresee that in terms of, let's say, business model canvas, these are already the considerations of businesses in the hospitality industry, especially for those who plan to enter as a startup in this industry?
This is a pivot. This is just a momentary pivot. No? People will go back online. Right now, we are getting demand that is right there, right out there. No? But we will go back online immediately. No? Everyone would go back online. And then this getting the B2B move, no? That would not be that relevant pag nagbukas na yung Pilipinas. Because their offices would be open. OFWs who don't need quarantine anymore, things like this, no. So everything will go back to, I think, we will go back to online. But the exciting thing about that is when we go back to online, balik na lahat sa zero, no. So everyone has a fighting chance again. Kaya that's why I'm saying kaya ako pinupush yung sanitized stays program is because it is something na dapat pag nagbukas to, even the smaller hotels should be there immediately, no. Kasi para hindi sila matabunan ni Sofitel, ni Marco Polo, things like this, no? So, it's a momentary shift. Second is, on the operations ng no-touch operations, I think that will continue for a couple of years, no? And I think that's also a move towards progress, no? Cashless payments is a move to progress. No-touch operations means more efficient manpower. So, yeah, I think that would continue in the future.
Okay,
Alright.
thank you very much.
All right. I think Chris Taker also has a question. Go ahead, Chris.
Absolutely. I just want to say congratulations on being able to successfully pivot under a pandemic. That is not easy. And
Yeah, but
I
still
can't
not
even
finished, man.
imagine.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And, I just want to learn a little bit more about what is it about Oyo in particular? Maybe it's your company culture, maybe it's your core team. Is it the leadership in your team that made it possible to pivot so fast? How were you able to implement that, that cascading effect of this is what we're going to do under this incredible amount of pressure under a pandemic,
So, the most important thing for things like this, I think, and especially for startups, this is this is also experienced by startups. Startups are more flat. We're a flatter organization. It means that communication, no, is more transparent. Communication is shared to everyone. No? Wala masyadong communication, para dito lang. So that's number one. With communication that is very transparent to everyone, it's easier to rally the people into one agenda, which is surviving together. No? Because everyone knows what's happening. Lahat sila walang uy, naiisa na ko nito, baka nagsisinungaling siya. So clear communication was the key to this. No? Transparent communication on all levels, no, was the key, so that on the second point we were able to drive that we need to survive together and this is the plan. Do you agree? And then of course, yes, they agreed. So yeah, so that was it.
That's
All right.
amazing. Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah.
Awesome teamwork.
How about you, Christine? Our student co-host from PLM.
Ayan. Sir Jason, thank you po sa presentation nyo. Madami po akong natutunan about
Sana.
hospitality management. Opo. So, ayun nga po, since ano pa lang po kasi parang syempre bata pa po kami, tapos yung mga naisip naming business, syempre mga merchandise, like magbebenta lang ng ganito online, ganyan. Kasi po sobrang bigger picture na po yung yung mga hotels, ganon. So, gusto ko lang po sana humingi ng advice kung paano po yung mga ganong businesses lang? Paano po nila parang sabi niyo po kanina na banggit niyo po kanina na create a mid-scale product.
Yes.
Yung yung mga parang kunwari yung appropriate po ngayon sa
Yes.
pandemic. So, yung advice niyo po na paano po sila makakaisip ng product na medyo pa rin po, aligned pa rin po sa tawag dito, sa brand nila, ganun.
Okay, agree. So
Kasi
first,
kasi po 'di ba kung hindi naman aligned sa product nila, hindi po ba masisira yung brand nila, ganon.
exactly. Okay. So that's a very valid that's a very valid question. And ang thing kasi dito is for businesses like that, retail for example, or retail for food or damit or gadgets, no? So halo-halo to lahat. The first thing that you need to do is to follow what the existing trend is. Kasi very very elastic yung yung change of trends, no? So the point is to always understand what is the growing trend, no? Then you would know what kind of products you would sell. Then you would know what type of food to sell. Then you would know how to sell it, no? And on the how, no, the next gen is online, no? So everyone knows it's very important to sell online. Everyone knows that. But it's important that lahat ng online channels you are available, no? So when I say lahat ng online channel, I'm not only talking about Facebook here. I'm talking about Carousel. I'm talking about kung kaya, Lazada, kung kaya, Shopee. So we have a lot of channels available. Even yung kino-commercial natin kanina, what's that? Ano yung marketplace kanina? Tipid that Bayan PH. Something like this, no?
Big
So,
Benta. Big
Benta. So all these things, no, you need to distribute yourself here. Kailangan nakikita ka doon sa lahat. Hindi ka lang sa isang channel. So that's number 2. Number 3 is adapting your SKUs. When I say SKUs, yung produkto mo. If you're selling clothes, no? Okay, most likely the thing right now is selling on a bigger bulk rather than tingi. Yun yung thing ngayon. So kunwari nagbebenta ng food. Dati nagbebenta lang ako ng pansit or ng I don't know, some food. Sorry, pansit lang alam kong pagkain. Pero ang point is, find a way to be able to increase the volume of that selling on a regular basis. So, nakikita natin yung shift ngayon. So, dati kasi nagbebenta lang ng healthy food, isa-isa. Pero ngayon, nakikita natin yung shift is, sige, healthy food, papadalan kita once every day, no? Tapos magsusubscribe ka sa akin for 1 month. So, panalo yun, both ends. Kasi yung ikaw, as a seller, meron ka na sure na benta, tapos mas lalo mong mapaplano. Second naman, mas pasok siya ngayon kasi yung Filipinos dahil bawal na lumabas, bawal na anything, ayaw niya na isipin yan, mas regular. Diba? So, yun yung kailangan natin isipin. How to make the demand more regular with a bigger SKU or a more regular delivery of it. So, yun yung tingin ko. I hope I answered your question.
Yes. Thank you so much po.
Yeah. Ang dami namin napupulot sa'yo, Jason. Thank you so much.
Could you please tell that to my mom? She doesn't believe me.
Normally our moms are our number 1 fans, but I'm so happy, I'm so glad na we invited you, Jason. Ang ganda ng mga sinabi mo. I just want to have a summary of what you said, no, of what you presented a while ago for our startup listeners globally. Napakaganda nung sinabi mo na there's a battle between resiliency and efficiency today. So we want to be resilient, of course. We want to recover very fast from this pandemic. But very important then to take note of our efficiency because we might be losing a lot of resources. You know, sa startup community, importante ang pagiging efficient because resources are very limited. You know, when you say you're efficient, you produce a more output with a very less input. That is the meaning of efficiency. And in the startup world, it's very, very important na maging efficient po tayo sa operations. Otherwise, mauubos ang ating capital na pinaghihirapan natin during the fundraising period, di ba? So, and also, of course, actually, it's a no choice for startups today to be really resilient because if we stay in this challenging time for a very long time, talagang mauubos o madedrain ang ating mga resources. Right? So very important yung sinabi mo, Jason, sa mga startups. Adapt to the business condition or the situation. You should be able to shift, no? Sometimes we planned a long time for our operations or execution time, no? Yung ating launching of our businesses. We planned a long time for that, and we made a very good operations plan. However, the conditions of the society or their business, sometimes it change, 'di ba? So you should be able to adapt to the current situation of the business uh, today, no? Sinasawag natin na new normal, no? Importante 'yan. So kagaya nung minention mong example about Oyo Hotels, from B to C you became a B to B, no?
Ba isingit ko lang, one thing
Yeah, yeah.
one thing palagi na naalala ko palagi is,
Yes.
sinasabi to palagi sa ng mga boss ko before, always fall in love with the problem and not the solution. No? So kasi
Wow,
kadalasan,
that's so
dahil
good.
baby natin yung startup, di ba? Baby natin yung
Oo.
startup. So lahat to dapat ito yun eh. Ito yung kailangan natin ilabas sa market kasi ito yung ginawa ko. I did this eh. Pero ang thing is, yes, you love that product, but you always remember to fall in love more with the problem. Ano ba yung sinasolve mo? No? So,
Yeah.
para hindi tayo mawala sa ano. Anyway, yeah, sorry, sumingit lang.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thought. Yung sinabi mo kanina na shift ng business model, this is sometimes very hard to swallow for startups because when we prepare our business ideas, it goes hand in hand with our business models. And sometimes mga startup founders, medyo matitigas ang ulo natin to accept na mali yung business model natin. Tama?
Yeah.
'Di ba? So, dito sa sinabi mo, Jason, napakaganda kasi you proved your point na changing your business model may be good for your business. When you change your business model, you don't actually change your entire business naman. Your business idea is still hotel, it's still Oyo Hotel, but the change from B to C to B to B did not change your Oyo Hotel. It's still Oyo Hotel. So it's a good lesson for startups who are listening to us today. Na sometimes having this change in your business model is also good, no? Tingnan din natin kung appropriate pa ba yung existing business model na natin today sa hinaharap natin. I mean, with all this pandemic going on around us, baka tamang pag-isipan natin to. Thirdly, you mentioned the importance of the human resources because they are the drivers of your business. So, ang karamihan ng mga startups feeling Superman. 'Di ba? Normal 'yan sa atin na as founders parang gusto natin gawin nating lahat. We're very hands-on, we're very passionate no? But sometimes you have to identify good talents to be able to help you execute your business ideas. Sometimes you have a very good business idea pero you're not the right person to execute it, 'di ba? Kaya sinasabi nga ni Jason kanina, they took care of their human resources, no? Because alam nila they are their greatest assets. So it's a good learning for startups who are listening to us. Don't try to do everything yourself, no, in your operations, no. Uh, Wag tayong maging kuripot. Sometimes nagiging kuripot ang mga startups to hire a person or to outsource, no. Outsourcing today is very cheap na lang. Tama? 'Di ba, Dr. D? Oo, napag-usapan natin yung last episode. Oo. Yung outsourcing of manpower today is hindi na kasing mahal like before. So don't try to do everything yourself, right? And number 4, sinabi ni Jason, napakaganda nito, gustong-gusto ko to. Get reviews and feedbacks from customers. Kasi sometimes yun nga, ito normal to sa mga startup founders. Yung feeling na ang galing-galing ng idea mo, na flawless yung mga idea mo na ginawa and parang wala nang possibility that anything can go wrong. But iba na kapag nasa operations na tayo yung reality ng buhay o ng mundo nakakaharap mo na. So sometimes you tend to overlook some things about your product or about your business. So that's why it's very important to get reviews and feedback. So even big hotels like Oyo Hotels, sinasabi nga ni Jason, they listen, no? They listen to feedbacks. Kasi if not, sabi nga ni Jason, baka magulat ka na lang. Hindi ka na pala in demand or ayaw na pala sa'yo ng mga customers. You don't listen to them eh. So how would you know? Di ba? So aside from the sales as the indicator of customer feedback, syempre high sales mean of course a good customer feedback din yan kasi you're doing well, di ba? But you should be also asking the customers directly through some feedback mechanisms like yung sinasabi nga ni Jason, yung rating man lang ng mga stars, these are very easy things to do to get to elicit feedbacks from your clients, and dapat gawin to ng mga startups, no? We should never think that our ideas or products and services are always perfect. Dapat we're very welcome to criticisms, di ba? And number 5, ito gusto ko rin is learn to use technology. Marami ng platforms for you to become online, di ba? For you to become digital. So hindi na reason ngayon na maging kumbaga to stick to the dinosaur tawag natin diyan, dinosaur era, no? Na traditional, no? Kapag hindi ka nagpaka-digital today as a startup, you will be left behind, no? Hindi lamang sa pagiging online presence, yung hindi lamang sa pagkakaroon ng online presence, but also sa pagkakaroon ng online payment system. Importante yan. No, kasi online presence, we talk about website, Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram, etc. But how do customers pay you? Kung traditional pa rin, iintayin mo silang pumunta sa'yo at iabot yung cash or pupunta sila sa bangko, magde-deposito, ay nako, mapag-iiwanan ka na. Kasi almost everyone is now accept and minention ni hands na pwede mo yung lapitan kung ikaw ay startup. Alright? Nung araw, mga partners, when I was working with the banks, no, this is what I've been doing. Nung araw, napakahirap magkaroon ng isang online payment system pagka-business ka. There's a lot of accreditation papers, we call it. So, napakadaming requirements. But today, napakadali na lang po. No? Siguro in 30 minutes, baka ano ka na, may online system, may online payment system ka na. It's always easy and free nowadays. So, lastly, sinabi ni Jason yung adaptation to the new normal. Ayan. So, yung adaptation to the new normal, particularly yung sanitization, Jason, ano? Napakaganda nun. Kasi whether we like it or not, our customers will look for it, no? Sabi nga niya, you may feel like you're very confident already. You have done everything to product, especially in food business. Sanitize naman lahat. However, in the eyes of your customers, you may not be enough, no? So let's try to seek guidance from experts, or let us look at the industry practice businesses and products. Kasi baka yung way of sanitization natin sa ating mga negosyo ay below the industry standard. Diba, Jason? So, importante na i-align natin sa industry standard.
If I may batin
Sure.
So that's very important, no?
Yes,
sanitization following industry standard. But the one thing also na nalilimutan is communicating it through our new point of sale, which is in our Facebook accounts, which in our, I don't know, carousel or wherever you sell your products, no? It is something that we also need to communicate kasi it is something that is really looked for. So, yun lang. Aside from just cleaning it, you need to communicate it. No? Yun lang. That's it.
Very good.
All right.
Oo, kasi you have to tell the world. You have to tell
Yeah.
your customers, no? You have to tell your customers that, what you're doing is very good for them. Di ba? Sayang naman kung hindi nila alam no?
Yes.
The investments that you're making. No?
Yes.
Oo. Alright. Chris, meron ka pang words for Jason?
Yes, I just want to reiterate how amazing it is that you were able to pivot, and you even told us that the hotels you were even planning on acquisitioning, they were afraid to operate. The fact that you were able to inspire that confidence and that drive to reopen and to add a service not only to our community but specifically to our frontliners. That is a great service in the fight against COVID-19 that you were able to provide housing and available housing for our frontliners. So thank you so much to you and Oyo Hotels for really stepping up, because it's not easy to operate in this time of panic, and as you even stated, this time of fear where the hotels were even afraid to reopen. I really commend you and your team's leadership for being able to do that under these incredible circumstances. It's an inspiration for all of us to, work towards not only building a team that can do that, but also looking at how it serves our community and our country in this time of need. So, and internationally, because Oyo is international. So for you to be able to do that, thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, thank you, Chris Taker. Thank you. And I also want to say na I'm very, very impressed with Oyo Hotels. Guys, syempre, this pandemic, uh, it's common to hear sad stories from hotel businesses, no? Because they're adversely hit by the pandemic kasi syempre, 'di ba? People were not allowed to go out. So what do you expect, no? Hotel bookings will surely drop down, 'di ba? But Oyo Hotels was able to do something about the problem. Galing.
Every morning, pare. So what we do is every morning I talk to my whole team, no? Yung Philippine team. Tapos I tell them, ito yung mga na bagong nagbukas at bagong trabaho na nagawa natin ulit. Because there are a lot of hotels kasi na nagtatanggal eh. And when we open them up and then bring demand, so naibabalik sila ulit sa trabaho. And it's something that's also a rallying cry for a company. In every business transaction that we close, no, it is another job being back to another person on a furlough. So we are very, very happy and proud about that. Yeah, just to share.
Yeah. And well, of course, thank you, Jason, for all the presentation you've done today, and all the learnings you imparted to our startup community. Very, very valuable to them, no? Any last words from you, Jason, sa mga listeners natin? Any promotion or anything, no, from Oyo Hotel?
So I think one thing we need to remember is that we need to be not afraid but cautious, no? Both for businesses and also for the buyers out there. We need to remove the fear, but we need to change it with caution. What does that mean? No? We need to make intelligent decisions, no, based on this pandemic. Because if you are driven by fear, then what you do is you do not open yourself to anything because you do not want to lose anything. But the thing right now is, instead of fear, we need to drive with caution, meaning that we know the risks involved. And then we want to minimize that risk with everything that we do. But the point is, we still need to look at what will happen today, tomorrow, in the next few months. And I think that's it. That's the last thing I want to say, for businesses and for people buying things. Aside from fear, remove fear, change it with caution, and make smarter decisions during this pandemic. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jason. Napakaganda nun. So,
Yeah.
mga partners, ayan, ang dami na naman natin natutunan today. Thank you, Jason Gaguan of Oyo Hotels. Salamat sa pagpapaunlak sa aming imbitasyon dito sa Startup Nation. Okay, mga partners, bibitinin na namin na naman uli namin kayo at magbabalik po ang Startup Nation. Huwag kayong aalis. Startup Nation, nowhere to go, but
But
Magbabalik ang Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Nowhere to go but up. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Si Papa ay ang ating padre de pamilya. Si Daddy ang gabay sa kanyang mga mahal sa buhay. Si Tatay ay inaalagaan ng kanyang mga anak at mahal na mahal si Nanay. Sa lahat ng Papa, Daddy at Tatay sa buong mundo, saludo po kami sa inyo. Happy Father's Day! Happy Father's Day mula sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide, the future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh,
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Balikan na natin ang Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Nowhere to go but up. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Nagbabalik po ang Startup Nation. Mga partners, kamusta kayo dyan? Okay pa ba kayo? Chris Taker,
Okay.
Christine,
Okay naman
Dr.
po.
D.
Okay po po.
Hi, doing fine.
Okay pa kayo dyan? Yes. So,
Mhm.
happy Father's Day po ulit sa lahat ng mga tatay na nakikinig sa amin globally. Alright. Today po is June 21. Ito po ang ating 8th episode at pinag-uusapan po natin today ang all about operations ng mga startups. So kanina napakagaling po ng ating guest, ang industry expert natin si Jason from Oyo Hotels. Ngayon naman, Dr. D, pakilala mo na ang ating startup guest. Ayan.
Ayan. So our startup guest is the Rice Bowl Awards 2019 Startup Founder of the Year for the Philippines and He is a contributor for the Philippine Daily Inquirer. He is a certified industrial engineer and was part of the pioneer batch of Asian Institute of Management's Master of Science in Innovation and Business, graduating with distinction or honors. He founded and was the first CEO of Kezar Innovations Private Limited, and today he's the current CEO of one of the fastest growing digital marketing startups in the Philippines. He believes that we are on the verge of Filipino tech renaissance, a time where the gap between investments and Filipino entrepreneurs dissolves. And he wants more startups to be front and center when that happens. So I'd like to present Mr. Edward Solicito, CEO of To The Top Agency. Take it away, Edward. Hi.
Hello. Good morning,
Hi.
Father's Nation.
Good morning.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
Father's Day.
Magandang umaga po.
Happy Father's Day po sa lahat ng fathers, grandfathers, at sa lahat ng tumatayong haligi ng tahanan. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Edward. And mga partners, alam nyo, ito na naman ang batang-batang leader na i-interview natin. Nakakatuwa kasi ang dami nating nami-meet ng mga millennial CEOs of today. Isa si Edward doon. Alam niyo ba kung ilang taon pa lang si Edward, mga partners? Oh.
Wild guess.
Oh, Edward, pwede ba i-reveal ang age mo para sa ating mga listeners?
Opo, sa lahat ng nakikinig, ako ay 25 years old po.
Oh, kita nyo? 25 years old, CEO na, awardee pa. Di ba? Oo, partners, ang galing ng batang ito. Oh. So,
Thank
today,
you po.
Edward, pag-uusapan natin ang operations.
Correct po.
Ikaw bilang awardee startup, I'm sure marami kang ma-share sa mga listeners natin ng startup today. And kanina ako nakapakinig ka kay Jason, no? Ang dami niyang na-share na mga advice or guides sa mga startups kung paano tayo magsusurvive sa operations, especially now given the pandemic challenge around us. So pwede ka mag-present din ng if you have slides, you can
Yes.
share it to the screen, no? And if you have questions, Chris Taker, Christine, and Dr. D, please prepare your questions afterwards. All right,
Yes.
Edward, you may proceed.
Ayan. Nakikita niyo na po ba yung aking pong presentation?
Yes.
Ayan. Again, nagpapasalamat po ako sa nag-invite po sa akin. Thank you, Startup Nation, for having me on the show. This basically will make it as straightforward as possible para po yung ating pong mga nakikinig nasan man kayo sa mundo ay meron po kayong makuha dito po sa ating guide. So I'm gonna be calling this EDS Declassified New Normal Survival Guide. Again, napakilala po ako kanina. Ako po si Edward Solicito. I am an industrial engineer by profession. Pero ngayon po, ako po ay nagpa-manage po ng businesses. Right now, I am the Startup Founder of the Year for 2019 ng ASEAN Rice Bowl Startup Awards, which is a global award-giving body. And I'm representing To The Top or Apex Digital Marketing, one of the fastest growing digital marketing firms here in the Philippines. All of my adult life, sa maliit po na adult life na yon, I've been managing, I've been on the process dun sa mga nakaraan po nating episodes about prototyping, funding, lahat po yan napagdaanan po natin. And isa lang po yung masasabi namin, kaya ginawa natin itong guide na to. Kakaiba po itong sitwasyon po natin ngayon. This is a very different world. A post-COVID-19 world is nothing short of an extraordinary circumstance. Hindi natin ito napaplanuhan. Sabi nga kanina nung isa po nating guest, if there's a startup that says that they are prepared, hindi po totoo yun. Imposible po siya. Ito yung nakagulat sa atin. Ang kailangan lang natin ngayon is paano natin siya masusurvive? Paano ang mga kailangan natin gawin para mag-thrive pa tayo kung pwede during a post-COVID-19 world. As you can see, this is the layout of my presentation right now. There's just 7 points. Ang lagi ko po sinasabi when I was a student, on one webinar, on one seminar na pinupuntahan natin, makapulot lang ako ng isa na idea for my business, for my projects. Makakuha lang ako ng isang dadalhin ko. Pag uwi ko, sulit na. So ito, 7 po yung ating papakita. Sunod-sunod po yan. So para more chances of winning. At para sana nga po, matulong po namin ang startup. Isa-isahin na po natin siya. Ang una, the first one that you need to do, this is gonna be a checklist, is reassessment. The thing is, 2020 can be called as the Great Reset. Lahat po is nabago na. Lahat, sabi nga kanina po natin guest, everything starts, every company, it be rich or poor, starts at zero right now. The idea is every part of the customer journey has been changed. You should adapt. Everything is at a pause right now. Use it as this will never happen again. What will be the next time? Napapayagan po kayo na parang, mag-reassess muna tayo. Kailan yung pati customers nyo is makakaintindi, makapalit pa tayo ng mga products natin. Or pwede mo sabihin, sir, saglit lang po kasi pag-uusapan pa po muna namin. This is the only time in the last couple of years that this gets to happen. It's hopefully, syempre hindi siya maulit na ulit. Ayaw natin magkaroon ng COVID-19. But the thing is, as entrepreneurs, this is a very different and very special time for us. This is a time we can huddle up all of our employees, make sure na lahat ng makuha natin sa kanila, lahat ng ideas nila on how we can move forward, and meron tayong leeway, meron tayong konting panahon para mapaghandaan yun, at yun talaga yung pagtuunan. Ang isa nga po natin sa mga unang gagawin with reassessment is create a new master plan. Update your vision and your mission. The idea is supposedly as a business, you have your own master plan. It would last for 5 years in the future. Yun yung mga tatargetin natin for year 1, for year 2, for year 3, for year 4. Ito yung dapat natin gawin. In a post-COVID-19 world, pauulit-ulitin ko po ito on my presentation. This is very much different now. On my past experiences, I've been on a product side. Kapag nagbenta-benta po kami ng educational toys before, I've been also on a service side. Nagbenta din po kami ng mobile application development, etc. And right now, we're selling SEO services or digital marketing services. Everything is different right now. Lahat po ng pinlano namin before needs to be assessed, needs to be talked about. Ano yung pwede natin gawin? Ano yung bago nating vision? Nakasama na yung lahat ng pangangailangan ng bagong customer ngayon po. Sino mag-expect na yung kailangan na natin mag-mask kahit saan po man tayo pumunta? Sino mag-expect na pwede na pong makipag-usap ngayon na lahat ng meetings mo is virtual na lang? This only happens because there's a significant change in our lives right now, and that's what's happening in the post-COVID-19 world. The idea for your new master plan is this should serve as the foundation to your new normal strategy. Ito po yung lagi sinasabi whenever I handle teams. Hindi pwedeng nagpa-plan lang tayo. Dapat automatic kasama na siyang action plan. May kasama na siyang something automatic gagawin mo related to the planning. Hindi pwedeng usap lang tayo ng usap. Hindi pwede pong nakikinig lang tayo ng V81 radio. Dapat po, ng Startup Nation, dapat kapag kung ano yung nakukuha natin, may katampatat na action yun, which is gagawa ka ng sarili mong startup, susundin mo yung mga sinasabi sa episodes. Yun po yung importante ng plano. And right now, lalo siyang mas importante given the fact na may great reset tayo or yung great equalizer. Everyone starts from zero, paunahan na lang po kung sino maka-adapt agad at makagawa ng magandang plano at magandang strategy. Again, yung una natin is reassessment. For To The Top, paikwento ko po sa inyo yung ginagawa po namin. I've talked to the founders. We've talked our first una sa founders. Bago nyo po sabihin to sa mga employers, this is me talking to the founders and the top level managers out there. Ang pagkakamali ng iba when I tell them to reassess, sinasama agad nila yung kanilang team. They're actually talking about this na parang blanco pa sila. Wag. When it comes to startups, when it comes to business, it all falls around the top managers and the founders muna when it comes to the planning. Tanungin nyo muna yung founders nyo, yung top managers nyo, ano ba yung dapat natin gawin? Ano ba yung gusto nyo gawin? Ano ba yung magiging brand natin? What's gonna be our brand moving forward? Ano yung dapat nating baguhin? Ano yung pwede nating gawin? Para hindi makita ng mga team nyo, even though you would want to be very transparent to them, mas maganda pa rin that you will, when you lay out your plans and your guides, automatic, malinis na siya. Hindi na siya magulo. Hindi na siya parang wala tayong pupunahan. The managers, the founders are the strengths of the employees. You want to make sure na makita nila na meron pa tayong guide, meron tayong guidance, meron tayong pupuntahan, meron tayong North Star na ating tutunguhin. So napaka-importante po na napag-usapan nyo naman, which is yun po yung ginawa namin sa To The Top. Kinausap ko yung mga founders namin, nilay daw namin yung plan bago namin siya itanong at ipakita sa aming mga employees na mamaya pag-uusapan po natin. Again, the assessment. Yan yung una. Number 2, trim down. Remove all unnecessary expenses. Set all assets that require huge manpower that results to least amount of revenue. I think natamaan po ito ni Werner B. kanina. Tinatawag natin siyang minimax kung tawagin po natin. Minimum input, maximum output. Yun yung mga hinahanap natin. Yung mga dinagdag lang natin para po magkaroon ng extra revenue pero 10 tao yung kailangan. Imbis na yung core service lang natin is it would require 2 people, alisin po muna natin. Huwag muna natin siyang i-offer. Alam natin kasing yung mga ganong services na nagre-require malaking huge power, that's a volume service or a volume-centric product. So ang idea is dun muna tayo sa kaya muna natin. Let's trim down as much as possible. Pero automatic dapat nagre-result pa rin on our revenue. Focus on surviving. Retain as many employees as you can. They will be grateful. They will be forever grateful. So the idea for this one is they know for a fact, everyone knows, hindi nyo kailangan ipakita sa nila as a founder, as a manager na swerte sila that they still have a job right now. They've always, yan ang naging takot ng lahat ng ating pong mga kababayan nung nagkaroon ng COVID-19 lockdown. You don't have to tell this. And this is a part na lagi natin pinag-uusapan. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. They understand that. The idea is, as managers, sana focus muna tayo on surviving. Retain as many employees as you can. Sabi nga kanina ng OYO, sa OYO, ang ginawa nila, iniba nila yung ginagawa nila when it comes to architecture, yung iba naman yung inaasikaso na which is available right now. When it comes to the top, what we did is basically lahat po ng mga expenses namin na hindi namin kailangan ng office ngayon. Hindi namin kailangan ng mga off meetings ngayon. Hindi namin kailangan ng transportation expenses. Inalis muna namin lahat yun sa budget. Anong ginawa namin? Ang ginawa po namin sa To The Top is to make sure na on the next couple of months, mawalan man kami ng kliyente, which is never mangyayari because we have a good pipeline na pinagtrabahuhan po namin ng igi before COVID-19. Kung magkaroon man na magkaroon ng bakante, makakasurvive pa rin po yung ating mga empleyado. Wala kaming aalisin. Yun yung pinangako po na sa aming mga empleyado. Kasi ang mga pamilya nila, isa yun sa rason. Kaya maganda yung trabaho nila lagi para sa kanila yun. So kapag pinangako po na sa kanila na walang may iwan, tuloy-tuloy ito, gagawan po namin ng paraan. Makikita nyo yun sa trabaho. Sa To The Top, actually increase in efficiencies. Maniwala man kayo o hindi, even in communications, because of this trimming down. Pinakita namin sa kanila what is the expense that we remove to actually afford na magsama-sama pa rin kami. Again, trim down all of the expenses as much as possible, retain as many employees as you can. Number 3 po is transparency. Transparency is be transparent to both your employees and your clients. We are all in this together. Communicate properly. Be transparent and honest about what you're going through. Customers appreciate and sympathize with brands that are facing the crisis and still surviving. Employees will help you in creating your new normal strategy. You have to be very transparent in such a way na hindi mo naman ipapakita na, sir, hindi namin magagawa yung mga pinramis namin sa inyo. No. The idea is there may be some delays because of things that you can control, pero yung lahat ng kontrolado mo, you should hold yourself accountable for it. Everything you can control, everything that you've promised with your clients, you should hold yourself accountable for it. That being said, they are very much lenient right now simply because they know what you're going through. Their businesses, their own managers are also on that same mindset. Medyo nagpanic tayo ng konti, medyo hindi natin alam yung gagawin. So pwede niyong sabihin sa kanila yon, ano yung mga bagay na kontrolado natin, which we can still provide, and what are the things na, sir, pagpasensya na po muna natin, pero these are things na hindi namin magagawa. They are really very much on our experience with to the top. They know for a fact because it's not a good thing, pero kumbaga ang nagsasalba on our brands ngayon, everyone's brands, because this is a global pandemic. Our clients with To The Top, more of them are from abroad, from the United Kingdom. So given the fact that it's global pandemic, yung lahat ng nararanasan nila doon is na-experience din natin dito. So they understand. So if you just become transparent with them and lay down all of the expectations, mas ma-appreciate po nila yan. The idea is, and of course, the employees na pag-uusapan po natin mamaya, communication is very important. Sila pa rin yung mag-i-implement dun eh. Lahat ng expectations that you'll be telling to your clients na ipapromise nyo pa rin. The employees, your employees, will be the one who's actually going to be pushing for that. Lastly, for transparency, touch base with everyone. They will never forget it. Ito po yung gusto kong gawin nyo agad if you have a business. Lahat ng stakeholders nyo, your past clients, kamustahin nyo naman sila. Your suppliers, lahat sila kamustahin nyo. They will appreciate that. Because maaalala nila na nung panahon na nagka-loko-loko na lahat, alam nila for a fact that your connection with them is still strong. They will appreciate that and they will never forget it. Ang ginawa po namin una is lahat ng past subscribers namin, lahat ng past namin clients, kinamusta po muna namin. And tinanong namin, moving forward, meron ba kaming pwedeng itulong sa inyo? Na pwede natin pagtulungan muna ngayon, sa dulo na lang natin isipin yung business side. Yan po ang isa sa mga gustong gawin ng To The Top. That's the reason why we based ourselves here in the Philippines. There's a lot of SMEs and large corporations right now that is not monetizing their websites on their fullest potential. Tinutulungan po namin sila, ginagawa namin sila ng paraan para ma-survive nila itong timeline na to so that they will come out as a stronger digital brand. They will never forget that. I assure you, based on all of our clients, maybe on dun sa mga product side namin or service side. Transparency, number 3. Number 4 is protect. Establish a work from home option for every employee who can that will be implemented for a set period of time. Ito po yung isang una naming ginawa na pinag-usapan po na. Importante na lahat ng pwede naman nawala sa factory, everyone who can actually work from home, na kailangan lang nila is a laptop, computer, hayaan nyo na silang mag-work from home. It is possible. Lahat, particularly with To The Top, we've become a week after the announcement, isang linggo lang po kami nagplano, which is the first 3 parts that we have. And then after nun, automatic po nag-work from home kami. 100% work from home. Bakit namin ginawa yon? 1 is it's safer for the employees. Number 2, the mindset and the efficiencies is mahirap kapag hinahayaan nyo silang magbiyahe ng delikado pa. Or they know for a fact na hindi sila safe kapag umuwi sila sa families nila. They're working for their families first and foremost. So, importante po na ibigay na natin sa kanila yun ngayon. Ma-appreciate nila yun, promise ko sa inyo, and that would result to a much more higher manpower efficiency, a much more greater gravitas or inclination na mas magtrabaho pa ng okay dahil po binigay sa kanila yung option na yan. Here's what's important, that will be implemented for a set period of time. Hindi po pwede as a manager na sabihin lang natin, work from home tayo. Pag tinanong, hanggang kailan sir? Hindi pa namin alam. Depende na lang kung ano yung magiging announcement ng government. Hindi po pwedeng ganoon. Tapos sabihin lang natin, okay, until December, ito yung gagawin natin. Work from home tayo. Bakit? Importante pong makapag-prepare sila. Ang investment din po nila yung paggawa ng isang opisina sa loob ng bahay. Wala po tayong ganon. So kapag alam nila na may set period of time, at least alam nila, okay, kailangan kong bumili ng new table, kailangan kong bumili ng headphone, kailangan kong bumili ng speakers because this is gonna be my life for the next couple of months. If sasabihin natin, ano pang isang malaking investment? Internet connection. I would believe na hindi lahat ng empleyado nyo has a strong and clear internet connection. Isa sa mga naging malaking problema yan. Pero pag sabi natin na we're gonna be doing work from home for the next couple of months, mas magpapakabit sila dahil alam nilang yun yung kanilang means of income. Kailangan nyo, it's your responsibility na hindi sila nangangapa sa lahat ng mangyayari. You implement it for a set period of time. With To The Top, ano pong ginawa namin? We've already created a memorandum that says that we're gonna be doing 100% remote work until December of 2020. With regards to our operations moving forward, because we are still inclined as a service provider to actually go to an office setup, sabi namin, provided that there is a vaccine and then the COVID-19 situation has died down, we will be inclined to create another survey. Doon na malalaman kung okay na tayo and prepared na tayo for another office work. Yan po yung importante. At least, during that time, wala silang iisipin. Alam nila, until December 2020, our employees that we're gonna be working from home. Create a work from home policy that includes new expectations. Hindi po pwede kung ano po yung ina-expect natin as operations nung nasa opisina is yun din yung i-expect natin on work from home. Maraming nawala po. Wala tayong mga filing cabinets ngayon. Wala yung mga ibang documents natin dahil naiwan sa opisina. Wala tayong mabilis na transfer ng files because yung internet natin is iba-iba. So, kailangan meron tayong new expectations, new regulations, and new processes. Paano po natin gagawin? And yung delegation of responsibilities. Dati, dahil flat tayo on our organization, pwedeng wala na tayong meetings. Pero importante yung communication yun, so mag-set tayo ng ganun. And ano po yung importante? So, marami pang iba. Pero ano po yung importante? Have everyone sign in on the new policy. Kahit po ano po yung position niya. May it be just as people from sales or an IT team or a back-end team or a frontline team natin, have everyone sign in on the new policy. Again, the mindset of everyone is we are all in this together. So, ang importante po is at least even on the policy, you have them sign it in. And then last one is create a contingency plan should people become sick. Hopefully, none of your employees become a victim of COVID-19. But should it happen, you would assume na dapat open tayo to hiring part-time workers other than that. Kaya ng team na hindi sila nakasalalay lang sa isang tao, yung files natin is ready, so that we ensure that if an employee gets sick, he can focus or he or she can focus on feeling better and getting better rather than nasa ospital na siya rin iniisip mo pwede bang pasend yung files. Contingency plan is very much important. Kahit na alam nating safe na sila dahil work from home, importante pa rin po at mahalaga at mas mapapakinabangan natin kung may plano tayo. Number 5, communicate. Hinati ko po ito sa dalawa. Communicate with clients and communicate with employees. One is, for clients, virtual meetings are preferred today. The reason for that one is, hindi din nag-aalala din sila whenever you do cold calls kung pupunta ka sa kanila because you might be carrying the virus. That's the mindset naman of COVID-19 right now. You would assume everyone has the virus so that you can protect everyone. So, ngayon, we to the top, sa amin po ang ginagawa namin, imagine we're a service industry, gusto namin dati, pumupunta pa kami sa opisina so that we can see, we can show them our competency at the same time, our proposals. Pero ngayon, pwede na. Share meeting na lang. Okay na sa kanila po yun. Ang importante, the same message comes through, your same competency and your services comes through. Importante po, dress up for client meetings to show respect. Invest in good microphones and earphones. Meron po kami mga meetings dati, may kwento ko lang. Noong una, nagtatry pa kami when we're doing testing, ang pangit ng audio. Sabi namin, we are a digital marketing company. Sabi ko sa kanila, internet based tayo, Google yung bread and butter natin. So dapat ipakita natin sa kanila that we have the top level of internet at the same time, good audio quality and video quality. Malaki po yung nagagawa po noon when it comes to talking to your client kasi at least alam nila that even on the proposal level, yun yung quality na pwede na i-expect sa inyo. Dressing up, sana wag tayo nag-t-shirt when it comes to clients. Ina-expect pa rin nila yung same level of respect, especially on Asian countries when we do meetings like this. Be online 30 minutes to set the meeting time, before the meeting time to prepare. Marami pong nagiging problema sa show screens, nagkakaproblema sa audio quality. Pag-usapan niyo muna yan and prepare 30 minutes. And of course, you should practice beforehand. Sharing screens nga, yung meet button natin, virtual backgrounds, setup, etc. Communication with clients, ito po yung mga kailangan nating isipin. How about with employees? Virtual meetings po regularly, but in short periods of time. For example, sa amin sa To The Top, sasabihin ko po muna example, din sabihin ko po kung bakit. We have a 10 o'clock and a 5 o'clock meeting that's only 25 minutes. Sure po kami doon. Stricto kami, 25 minutes, kailangan na namin i-off. Bakit ganito? Ito po yung strategy namin sa To The Top. We put at 10 o'clock so that I'm sure as a CEO, all of our employees are awake and at the same time, they're going to be starting our work. On their AM meeting, they're going to be telling us what will be expecting their output at the end of the day and ano yung mga kailangan nilang tulong from everyone. The communications of the team managers gets to talk, all of their plans are being laid down. The next meeting, wala na kami meeting in between. It's just going to be via Slack. It's just going to be via text kung meron kayo, kung gano'n close ng manager siya, pero kami use Slack. Wala na muna pag-uusap doon. Focus sa work. And then the next meeting would be 4 o'clock. Sure na yun. At 25 minutes then, i-update lang nila lahat ng tapos nila. And then yung kinabukasan na meeting is 10 o'clock. The good thing about having meetings regularly is hindi kayo nag-iisip. Aminin na po natin to mga managers. Kapag nung nag-isip tayo ng work from home, ang una po nating isip, magtatrabaho kaya yung mga tao ko, baka matutulog lang sila sa bahay. Totoo po yan. Pero given the fact that your managers, you should put actually the work and the strategy on how you can actually check. Hindi mo na sila kailangan bantayan lagi. Ang importante lang, simulan and matapos, and meron expectations dun sa policy na nilagay natin. Kung ano yung ina-expect natin na quality of work na sa kanila or amount of work na sa kanila. This has been working for us perfectly for the last couple of months na kami po yung nagre-remove, and that's something that I would advise some people na mag-iisip po ng gawin po nito. Huwag pong pahabain yung mga meetings. Ang importante po is mas mabilis, mas maklaro para hindi po sila at hindi sayang ang trabaho, hindi ang oras sa pagtatrabaho. Set the time and follow strictly. Never move your regular meeting time. Never. Yung kahit meetings po natin, ihilis nyo ng konti. The importance is pag 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Pag 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Bakit? Ang mahirap po sa virtual meetings is, bakit wala pa si ganito? Bakit wala pa siya si ganito? Ba't di pa siya napasok? Ang importante po is 10 o'clock, nandiyan na kayo. Pag wala kayo after 5 minutes, you're late, ino-note natin yan. 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And that's gonna be help you making, ang problema na lang is yung pag-uusapan. Never the time, never the attendance. So, stick to only one platform for your company. Repeated use means efficiency. Continuan na po natin silang Skype. Stay na tayo sa Skype. Schedule na lang natin yung Skype. Laging ganon, 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Huwag na tayo pwede kayong mag-try sa simula if you can try Zoom and any other platforms. Pero if ever may set na kayo, stick na. Kasi mas sa ulo nila, mas malinis na yung meetings nyo kapag alam na nila kung paano mag-mute, alam na nila lahat ng technicalities. Another advice with communication with employees, do not use social media platforms for quick messages. Kasi po nahalo yung, when we're doing Facebook, ang naiisip natin is yung social life natin, our friends or families, not particularly with work. Invest in a collaboration platform, just as Slack at yung papakita namin kahapon, okay po siya. Para at least kapag kailangan nyo ng print screen, hindi na kailangan takpan yung lahat ng communications, malinis na for work lang talaga siya. These are some of the ginamit po natin. We have, hindi ko na po sila babasahin isa-isa. With To The Top, our company as a digital marketing agency, we use Slack, money.com for the tasks, and I'm Doctor para automated na po yung aming pag-check kung ilang oras pumapasok ang aming empleyado araw-araw. Number 6 is engage more. Engage more with your employees. Engage with your employees more actively right now. Medyo umay na po tayo on our work from home setup, to be completely honest. Kasi hindi tayo nakakalabas, wala na tayong mga water cooler conversations natin before. So wala tayong ganon. Ngayon is you have to make it the point na mapag-usapan nyo man lang, mag-usap kayo, even through Slack, makamusta nyo man lang sila. Kasi importante po yan on their mental health. More than our physical health, again, our mental health, importante din po yan. You can actually set virtual activities once a week. Huwag naman po natin, sorry.
Yeah.
Huwag po natin gawin lagi. Yes po?
Yeah. Sorry, Edward.
Yes, sir.
Medyo mahaba pa ba ang remaining presentation? Kasi
Dalawa
excited
na lang.
kami magtanong eh. All right.
Ay,
Okay.
sige po.
Let's try to finish it na. Excited na kami magtanong.
Sige po. Sorry.
Okay.
And then
Sure.
of course, everything is online, so you can engage with them through social media, gift cards for future purposes, and communicate with them, with your clients po. With employees, be more patient kasi nga po nagka-transfer pa sila with work from home. Last one, para po may time pa tayo para po sa ating pong question and answer, back to basics. I mean, this situation will take a while. Reality po yan. We don't have to innovate hard right now. We must survive. Yan po yung ating pong ito. Reassessment, trim down, transparency, protect, communicate, engage more, and back to basics. Again, with sales and marketing, we are to the top. We're a digital marketing agency. Huwag niyo pong pabayaan yung sales nyo. Kung if ever po na gusto niyo po kaming kausapin, if we can help your business actually go through this process, kontakin niyo lang po kami here at hello@tothetop.agency. Ito po yung number namin. Again, thank you very much po. Sensya na po, napahaba, pero gusto ko po kasi maisa-isa po natin, and thank you for the time at maraming salamat po sa pag-invite po sa akin. Sir, balik na po sa inyo.
Yes, thank you so much, Edwards Solicito from To The Top Agency. Napakaganda ng mga sinabi mo. Unfortunately, kulang ang oras natin
Opo.
at marami pa kaming gusto itanong sa'yo. So, Dr. D, simulan mo
Opo,
na.
okay lang po. Sorry po.
All right. So, first and foremost, no, thank you, and I'd like to commend yung guide na ginawa mo. Kasi yung mga startups, usually, they appreciate checklists para they can easily
Correct po.
apply this to their businesses, no? And yes, indeed, valuing stakeholders is very important. And I do resonate with you that master planning starts from top management. Now, interestingly, okay, positively also, madaming mga nag-boom or nagsimula ng mga startups even during this pandemic. Okay, nakapagtayo
Correct.
sila ng negosyo. So, may I please just ask if for them, you have maybe 2 or 3 naman na checklists na applicable naman sa kanila, no? Sa mga nakikinig natin na nakapagtayo ng startup amidst the pandemic.
Well, ang sa akin, again, actually yung 7 part, Dr. D, is back to basics tayo. You don't have to create the more important tech right now. If you're a new startup, make sure na importante ngayon is pwede nyo masabi after the pandemic is yun mismo. We are a startup that actually created a business during the pandemic. And ang maganda dyan, we actually have revenue to actually show for it. We actually have profitability to show for it. Back to basics po muna tayo. Hindi po muna tayo mga kung ano yung technological advancements. Back to basics tayo, anong importante? Your stakeholders, your team, and at the same time, your business and your product. In a COVID-19 world, kung nag-start ka dito, at least may mindset ka na kung anong moving forward, just double down and just start working. Nood po kayo ng V81 Radio Startup Nation and sundin nyo lang po yung list nila.
Okay, maraming salamat.
Thank you. Chris Taker, you have a question?
Yes. So everything's moved online, and that is the way to go to protect your team and also your clients. I'd just like to ask, we have a lot of older clients, older generation folks who might have a hard time transitioning to online. So I'd just like to know, what steps have you taken to kind of bridge that technology gap for
Correct.
the more not technologically more able to adapt?
Yes. Well, yeah, actually, Miss Chris, that's a very valid point. Yun talaga yung una mong gagawin. Kasi yung mga oldies natin, kung tawagin, is hindi sila familiar with the tech. What we did and what I would recommend is you have your millennials on your company. You have your team. Tapos, so, automatic po, i-assign nyo lang sila, kausapin nyo lang sa pwede nyo bang turuan siya because this is your part of the team. Kung, for example, writer din siya, paki-assess mo naman si ma'am kasi hindi siya familiar sa ganito. And then, automatic, because they are on the same department, they have the incentive to actually teach them kasi pareho sila ng productivity and results na kailangan gawin. So, yun po yung isa sa importante. Sino po yung ka-team niya, ano yung kinalaman sa kanya, and then paturuan na lang natin. Simpleng-simple lang naman po.
That's wonderful. Great. I know that
Thank you.
would
Thank you, ma'am.
feel a little bit left
Thank
behind
you.
otherwise.
Yeah, thank you, Chris Taker. Thank you, Edward. How about you, Christine? You have a question for Kuya Edward?
Hi, Kuya Edward. Ayun, thank you so much for your presentation. Grabe. Sobrang dami pong natutunan and sobrang ano po ng mga tips po, talagang magagamit po talaga ngayon ng mga startup and yung mga kahit previous businesses. So yung question ko po is parang ano pong masasabi niyo or what can you recommend if yung business po gusto na lang po nila mag-close instead of adapting dun sa new normal kasi po parang hindi na po talaga kaya, ganun, madami silang pinapasweldo. So ngayon parang magtatanggal na po sila ng mga tao or magle-lessen muna sila. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa mga ganong businesses? Is it okay or ano or meron pa po kayang maigagawa ganun? May magagawa pa kaya?
Well, Christine, thank you for the question. And ito po is, I think, direkta dun sa mga nag-iisip na ganyan. Closing down na business is not new for COVID-19. Marami pong nagsasala ng businesses before because nagkamali sila ng assessment or nag-iba bigla yung trends. It's not new na mag-file ka for bankruptcy or you're going to be closing down. That's a fact of reality of doing a business. Huwag po tayong mawalan ng pag-asa. Ano pong importante? Mas importante, ito lang po yung tips ko. At least wala tayong utang, nabayaran natin yung lahat ng obligations natin, and at the same time, maisarado natin siya ng ayos na may pupuntahan naman yung mga empleyado natin. Ano po yung pagkatapos? Balik tayo dun sa step 1, reassessment. Ano po ba yung pwede kong gawin? Ano po ba yung nasa akin pa? Ano ba yung hindi mawawala sa inyo? Yung learnings, yung experiences, yung mga pagkakamali dati, and yung mga sumakto ka dati, yung mga awards mo and mga milestones dati. Hindi na mawawala. Lagi nga natin usap, alam ko na pag-usapan natin to sa mga past episodes. Imagine niyo kung yung learnings natin ngayon is meron tayo nung nag-start tayo ng business. Mas maganda siguro yung business po natin. So, yun yung pangarapin natin, yun yung i-look forward natin. And kaya yan, Philippines will push through. Iba na lang talaga yung market, pero lahat ng entrepreneurs, nasa puso natin yan, kaya natin yan.
All right. Ayan, napakasustansya na naman ng ating talakayan today, mga
Thank you po.
partners.
Thank you, Kuya Edward.
Grabe.
Salamat po.
Para tayo nakikinig sa isang old CEO, no? Parang hindi 25 years old, no? Tama ba 25, Edward?
25 po, 25. Ay, Winner B,
25, no?
babatiin lang akong saglit.
Sure,
Batiin ko lang po si Professor Emanuel ng PLM. He was my professor sa Asian Institute of Management. So, dahil PLM yung ating student co-host, hello po, Prof. Emanuel.
So you also came from PLM?
The president of PLM po, si Prof. Emanuel Lico, he's actually one of our professors on MSc Production.
Alright. Okay, sorry mga partners at medyo kapos na tayo sa oras, no? At syempre marami pa tayong gustong tanong, marami pa tayong gustong malaman, pero kapos na tayo sa oras, pasensya na. So bawi na lang tayo next time, and after the show, pwede pa naman nating makontak si Edward sa mga nakikinig sa atin dyan. Kung kailangan nyo ng mga services ni Edward, ayan, makukontak nyo siya. Bibigay niya mamaya ang kanyang contact number or email. So I just want to summarize yung mga minention mo, Edward, na magagandang tips sa mga startups na nakikinig sa atin para mag-survive today ang kanilang operations. Kailangan ng reassessment, no? Kasi may great reset. So revisit your vision and mission, no? Your plans, tingnan nyo kung appropriate pa ba with the new normal today, kasi kung hindi na, baka kailangan palitan. Trim down your expenses. Ayan, syempre lahat ng tao ngayon, priority ang mag-survive. Kailangan natin mag-tipid at tingnan natin yung mga expenses na hindi na valuable to us. Transparency, importante ang transparency dahil nga sa panahon ngayon, marami ang syempre nag-iisip-isip, nagmumuni-muni kung ano ba ang nangyayari sa kanilang buhay. So kailangan tayong mga startup founders ay transparent sa ating mga customers at mga tao. Paliwanag natin sa kanila kasi maiintindihan naman nila lahat yan. Alright? And then we need to make our protection policies. Kung new normal is work from home, kailangan meron tayong new policies, no? In working from home. Siyempre, expectations must be changed compared to the regular work schedule sa office natin. Iba ang setup kapag ka work from home. Nagbabago din dapat ang ating mga output and mga deliverables. Also, we need to make a protection policy against risk sa ating mga employees and of course sa ating company when our people are working from home, no? Sabi rin ni Edward, we must maintain open communication. Importante 'yan dahil nga sa limitado ang face-to-face engagement between ourselves and our people and our customers as well. Kailangan ng open communication and maraming tools available online na pwede nating gamitin gaya nitong ginagawa natin ngayon, no? Then very important to mga partners, tong pang-anim na sinabi ni Edward, the use of digital tools like project management tools. Importante to sa operations. Nowadays nagkalat ang mga project management tools. So ang operations, it requires monitoring or tracking. Very important yan. So kapag may mga project kayo, importante na you monitor your project through the use of some digital tools, no? Marami niyan. Binention kanina ni Edward yung mga brands, no, na pwede niyo ma-monitor ang bawat isang tao niyo sa kanilang mga ginagawa online, no? Yan. So and then back to basics. Kasi syempre we all know na this is not a forever thing, no? Syempre when all of this is over, dapat meron din tayong tinatawag na back to basic principles na you know, babalik tayo sa kung paano tayo nagsimula. Siyempre, yung mga ideas natin na finorm nung nagsisimula pa lamang tayo, pwede pa natin siyang gawin when all of this is over, no? Kumbaga, never give up na rin. Yung tinatawag nga ni Tina mga nagsasara. Hindi natin maiiwasan yan, pero sana never give up. Lampasan natin to sama-sama. Diba? Yan. All right. At sabi ko nga, medyo kulang na naman ang oras natin. Before we say goodbye, any last words for our audience, Edward?
Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo. Hindi titigil ang mundo. Entrepreneurs tayo, kaya natin yan. Ipon lang tayo ng knowledge na gagamitin natin sa pag-lead ng businesses. Tibayan lang ang puso, manalangin, dire-diretso lang tayo. Yun lang po. And nood tayo ng Startup Nation lagi. Malaking tulong yan.
Ay, thank you so much. Thank you. Partner, Dr. D, any last words?
All right. So if Jason mentioned rebirth kanina, no, si Edward mentioned reset. So anong common dun? What's common is change, which is always going to be there. Hindi natin to mapipigilan. Especially that we know that itong COVID-19 nga biglaan, and we need to be able to adapt and include or involve our stakeholders. So as we do this, it's important to align or to pivot our business goals after efficient planning, starting from top management. Because in spite of this pandemic, indeed, we can still be resilient naman, no? So that's it for me, and I'd like to thank everyone again for watching, and a blessed Father's Day to all. Partner?
Thank you so much, partner Dr. D. Happy Father's Day sa dad mo. How about you, Chris Taker? Any last words?
Absolutely. So thanks again for being so inclusive of our elderly. As we know, during this pandemic, they're very isolated during this time because they're the most at risk of COVID-19 deaths. So thank you so much for creating a new avenue for them to connect not only with your business, but even potentially educating them to use technology to connect with their families or their communities. So you are also serving as a resource for our elderly population, and thank you so much for what you do and for your time here today. Happy Father's Day, everyone.
Thank you, Chris Taker. How about you, Christine from PLM?
Ayan. First of all, thank you po sa pag-invite sa akin for being your student co-host for this episode. And thank you so much po. Marami po akong natutunan from our guest speakers also. And sana sa mga nanonood na student kagaya ko, sana natuto tayo sa ating mga speakers and sana ma-apply natin sila in the future if naisipan natin na mag-business. Ayan. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Christine. Sana marami kang napulot sa episode na ito. All right. I just want to say Happy Father's Day din sa mga tatay na nakikinig sa atin, tatay nila Sir Rally Vargas and tatay ni JT Solis. Ayan. And also to OJ Lopez, who's also a father. Happy Father's Day, is also watching. And may mga bumabati sa inyo, Charm Alba. Hi daw, Ma'am Dorolyn. Ayan, Dr. D.
Hi.
And
Hi,
si Gold
Charm.
Sweet. Hi, Christine daw. Ayan. So, thank you for watching us today. And dito po nagtatapos ang ating programang Startup Nation. Muli po, maraming salamat sa ating mga tagapakinig at taga-subaybay sa buong mundo. We are inviting you to follow us on Facebook and subscribe with us in YouTube. Marami po kayong matututunan dito sa mundo ng startups. And this is Winner B reminding you again not to be afraid to take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Ito po ang Startup Nation. Nowhere to go, but
Narito na ang programang tutulong sa mga startups sa Pilipinas. Startup Nation. Magbibigay ng mga patnubay at gabay at magsisilbing tulay sa mga importanteng tao para ang isang startup ay magtagumpay. Startup Nation. Pinangungunahan ng mga taong puno ng karanasan sa mundo ng startup, akademya at negosyo. Winner P at Dr. G. Startup Nation. Startup Nation. Tuwing linggo, 10 a.m. Philippine Time. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio. Worldwide. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y magpapakinggan.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.